because basically now in my hands, and without exaggeration, I have almost two salaries that a person earns in Spanish. Almost two salaries in that memory that I bought. This one is 4 or 3 years ago, and this one is a year ago. They are unbuyable. Perfect. Because today we are going to test the hack that is blowing up sales on AliExpress. A Chinese adapter for putting laptop RAM in a desktop PC. It's brutal because if desktop DDR memory went through the roof, this allows you to use that ODIM, that is, laptop, to lower the cost of getting there. Or even reuse memory that you have lying around in a drawer or from a laptop that you don't use anymore. But also be careful because just because it starts doesn't mean it's useful. Therefore, today we are going to check it properly. Does it detect the amount of memory well? The frequency? Is it stable? Yield. If this works, it can be a before and after to build a PC with many arrivals without leaving a kidney. Well, and if this adapter doesn't work, I'm going to save you that purchase. The adapter is this. As you can see, it's like a memory. It's 2 DDR5 this memory, okay? But they put an all-high adapter on it to be able to fit the laptop memories. But before we get into the action, let's talk about the basics first. This doesn't magically increase memory or make it faster. What this adapter does is adapt the physical format of a DIMM OS so that it can enter a DIMM slot. And here comes the first rule. DDR5 with DDR5, DDR4 with DDR4, and so on, without even mixing the generations. This adapter comes for different memories, as I just told you, DDR3, DDR4, and DDR5. People are buying this for 3 reasons. The first, savings per GB. Sometimes Sodden is a little cheaper or appears more on the second-hand market. Secondly, to reuse. If you have leftover memory from a laptop, this allows you to take advantage of it. And the third, ability before speed. There are uses where it matters to have more gigabytes of 3264 or whatever stable than scratching a tiny bit of performance. DDR5 isn't all plug-in, plug and play. Stability at high speeds depends a lot on the quality and signal of the memory training. So when you put an adapter in the middle, you're changing the path. Let's say electrical and physical. The truth may work perfectly or not. I haven't tried it yet. That's why today I'm not going to stay with he started, and that's it. We are going to measure stability and real behavior, both of the memory, and to see if the operating system also recognizes. And watch out for another rather important detail. Many of these modules or adapters are sold to the public, but in several sheets, they are described as adapters for testing, basically designed for manufacturers or to protect the socket during tests, not necessarily as a solution to use. For example, for this memory that increased a lot or for daily use. This does not mean that they can work at home. It means that they have to be treated as what they are, a cheap part that must be validated with tests. So today we are going to check 2 things very clearly. If it detects the capacity well, both the BIOS and the Windows, and if the system behaves normally when booting. And second, if when installing it and demanding it, under stress, the equipment crashes or gives a type of error or gets slow, etc. So enough talk, and let's take action. Well, like I said, I have a laptop here. Almost new, with a memory that says DDR5 there. Let's see if the phone focuses. It's DDR5, 16 GB of 5,600 megahertz. I don't know if you can see it there, but hey, it is what it is. There it is. There it is. So we're going to remove it and we're going to put it in the adapter. Also, I don't know if it could be seen before, but as you can see here, it specifies what type of memory it is for. Do you see there? This doesn't focus anything. A lot of iPhone, but it sucks. DDR5, DDR3 is going to say DDR3 and DDR4, DDR4. But hey, I'm going to show them to you in case I haven't shown you before. And very basically, I don't know if I feel only one hand, but we place it like on a laptop. So, we put there, a single hand is complicated for me. And now we're going to plug this into the PC motherboard that I'm now going to put on top of the table. Well, there it is. This is the PC. There you see it. And here we have the memory. So we're going to plug it into the first slot that corresponds, which is this one, okay? In this application, it is in this one. In another one, you can set it there, and if it generally says the order in which we have to connect it according to the number of memories. But in this case, it is this. Let's see if it went like this or the other way around. I don't remember anymore. No, it doesn't go like that. It goes the other way around. Remember that it goes in only one position. And we put pressure here. Never here in the middle, because our laptop memory can break, and we don't want that. There he is. And there it is. Well, now connect the monitor, keyboard, mouse, and turn on and see if it works. Like I said, I haven't tried it yet, so let's see what happens. Well, we already have the equipment connected with his mouse, with his keyboard, with everything. To the capture card of the other PC, I have a monitor in front of me, so let's turn it on, and my idea first is: leave us in the BIOS if it recognizes the totality, the frequency, and then if everything goes well, it does not fail, it does not restart, or does not give any error beep, we go with the Windows startup to see if it starts normally. So let's turn it on. There we are. We soon delete to go to the BIOS. Let's see if he recognizes me. I'm going to put this to record. There, let's see. There he is. Well, you don't see it because the capture doesn't capture the BIOS. But now I'm going to go with my cell phone so that I can see it. Well, here we are, people. Look. And he recognizes her. Huh? Memory, 16 GB DDR5 5600 megahertz. Perfect. This is a good start, okay? But now we have to do a stress test, and also, since I'm here, I'm going to play for a little while, and I'm going to tell you. But now I'm going to see what software I used to do the memory stress test for a long time, and see if it gives me any kind of failure. Well, it appears on the screen for me, not for you because I haven't logged in yet. We logged in, and you can see, like me on my screen, Windows. He didn't give me any mistakes. He did it normally. And let's check to see if it recognizes, beyond the fact that the plane has been all right, it recognizes the memory capacity of 16 gigabytes and the speed. So we go to System, and as we see, it recognizes it. Yes? Can you see? Yes. 16 gigabytes, 5,600 so for the moment. A priori, everything would be fine. But now comes the important thing. First, I'm going to test it in a game, and then I'll do a stress test to see if really when we demand, well, these adapters bank it or not. Well, the program we are going to use is Oxt, which, as you can see in images, we can test everything. But in this case, obviously, only from memory. We're going to do the test at 100%. I don't know if this will make it hang or not. If it doesn't hang, it's great, and if not, well, if it hangs, we're going to do it 90% to see what happens. Then all the rest on automatic. So I'm going to leave it for between 40 minutes and an hour to demand it. Start. Boom. Okay. All the information from the memory appears. So well, we're going to leave it for a long time to see what happens, or if nothing happens. Let's hope nothing happens for good news for me, for the video, and for you too, in case this type of adapter can be useful to you. So well, I left it for a while, and when it's over, we'll come back. Well, I've already done all the tests on both video games and the stress test. We will start with the games. I was playing, for example, Battlefield 6 Risk without any problem, as you can see the image. I was playing. Then I was playing Tomb Raider for a while. Normal. FPS quite stable. High. Good. Although I know that FPS doesn't give you RAM, but if there is any incompatibility or some instability in the system, of course I'm going to see it in FPS. So far. Everything is going well. The issue came when I did it with the oxt program, which is like making but in this case, I only did it to memory. So I tested him for an hour, which is the minimum that appears on the screen as you are seeing. And it is true that in the end, as you are seeing just now, they appeared. I make this stop because unfortunately, the Wednesday capture did not record the screen when it showed the more than 2,000 memory errors that it gave me on the left side. So I just make this audio so that know that it is not that I made a mistake in the video, but that it is a technical error and it is not on the screen. But believe me that there were many errors when I used the laptop memory with this adapter. He didn't do anything strange. But these 2,000 and something memory errors came out. They're all memory errors as you're seeing. But I said, well, let's see. Wait. There. I'm seeing. Yes. Not about this adapter, but about the memory itself. About the laptop. So what I did, I reinstalled the laptop memory in his laptop and ran again with the same program, the same test, for an hour as well. So I'm doing a 2-hour test. But this time, as you are seeing now on screen, no error came out with that same memory. So my summary is, it works. It doesn't give any kind of error. When using it, the BIOS recognizes it, as I showed you, Windows 2. I was able to play without any problems. I tried it for half an hour or so. It didn't give me any problems. But it is true that in the stress test it gave an error. And obviously, it is because of this adapter. And well, now it's time to give you my opinion, the verdict. Do I recommend it or not? Look, I'm going to recommend it as long as you know that maybe I don't know. These mistakes lead to a crash of your laptop's memory. Because I didn't use it for weeks either, it seems that my memory burned, or not. What I could see and detect were, I could see that I used it without any problems for a total of an hour between games, the test. Although it happened, because it didn't crash or anything, it gave more than 2,000 memory errors, and as I said, it was not the memory, but because of this adapter. So, it works. But I can't assure you that nothing will happen to your memory if you buy it. That if you have a memory by discard there that you do not use and that you let it be installed on your computer, well, buy it and that's it. If you want to buy a memory because you get it a little cheaper for your desktop PC, I tell you, buy it. But keep in mind that I don't know what can happen. That is, buy it at your own risk. I prefer to tell you that and not tell you, yes, buy it because nothing happens. We are here to test and to tell you the truth. As I like to say, smoke-free computing. If I hadn't given any fault, I'd tell you, buy directly because nothing happens. But with those failures, I don't want to risk you losing money. How much did I buy it for? I bought it at the time at 13 euros and something. But now, in a couple of hours, it was going to be unlocked as an AliExpress discount, and it was going to be 8 euros. I am going to leave you the link that I understand that you will be able to access from anywhere in the world, unless they do not send this product from that seller. But hey, you can also look for anything in other sellers. But I leave you the direct link of where I bought it. So that's it. It works, but with a but. So that's it. I hope you found it useful, that you liked this video. You know, if that happened, I'm going to ask you to choose a like, subscribe to the channel, and share it. And also, if you are on your mobile phone, click on the hype button, because that hype button is a new tool that we YouTubers have with small channels. that helps us to position ourselves in a ranking of our region, and it is free. You don't have to pay anything for that, and it helps us a lot. Without further ado, thank you very much for being here in this whole video, and see you in the next video. Ciao, ciao.